The atmosphere at the airport was supposed to be routine, busy, noisy, and predictable. Instead, it turned into a scene of chaos, fear, and disbelief that sent shockwaves across social media and left fans around the world trembling with concern. In a moment that no one expected, Jimin of BTS was reportedly almost attacked at an international airport, triggering panic among fans. Swift action from security, and a flood of emotional reactions that continue to dominate global conversations. What began as a simple arrival quickly escalated into one of the most alarming airport incidents involving a global superstar in recent memory. A normal arrival turns into a nightmare. According to multiple eyewitnesses, Jimin arrived at the airport amid tight security, dressed casually, with a calm expression that fans have come to adore. As usual, dozens, soon hundreds, of fans gathered behind barriers, holding banners, phones, and light sticks, hoping for just a glimpse of the beloved idol. Chants of his name echoed through the terminal, creating an atmosphere that was emotional but at first seemingly under control. However, within minutes, the situation began to deteriorate. Witnesses reported sudden movement from the crowd. Shouting grew louder. Security personnel stiffened. What initially appeared to be a fan pushing forward quickly turned into something far more serious. A man allegedly broke through a security line, rushing toward Jimin at an alarming speed. Gasps filled the terminal. It happened so fast. Fans who were present described the moment as terrifying. "It happened so fast," one witness said. 1 second, everyone was screaming his name, and the next second people were screaming in fear. Security guards reacted instantly, forming a human shield around Jimin. One bodyguard reportedly pushed him backward, while others tackled the individual to the ground. The entire terminal froze as screams, crying, and confusion erupted. Videos taken by fans show blurred footage, shaking cameras, and loud shouting, evidence of panic rather than celebration. In several clips, Jimin can be seen briefly looking stunned, his expression visibly shaken before being rushed away through a secure exit. Fans left in shock and tears. Many fans broke down in tears on the spot. Some collapsed to the floor, overwhelmed by fear and adrenaline. Others shouted Jimin's name, desperate to know whether he was safe. "I was shaking," a fan posted online. "I came to support him, not to witness something this terrifying." Within minutes, hashtags related to the incident began trending worldwide. Words like "protect Jimin," "airport safety," and "this has gone too far" dominated social media platforms in multiple languages. Security response under scrutiny. The swift intervention of security is being widely praised, with many saying their quick reaction may have prevented a far more serious outcome. However, questions are also being raised about how the individual managed to get so close in the first place. Industry experts have long warned about the increasing risks idols face at airports. As global fame grows, so does the intensity of public encounters. Airports, unlike concert venues, are semi-public spaces that are notoriously difficult to secure completely. This incident highlights a serious problem, said one entertainment security analyst. Crowd control, mental health screening, and stricter access regulations are becoming absolutely necessary. Official statements and silence. At the time of writing, official statements remain limited. Sources close to the artist have confirmed that Jimin was not physically harmed, though he was understandably shaken by the incident. He was reportedly escorted to a secure location immediately and later departed the airport under heightened protection. Fans are anxiously waiting for an official message, either from Jimin himself or from his agency, to confirm his condition and address growing concerns. Until then, silence has only fueled anxiety. A history of airport chaos. This is not the first time a BTS member has faced dangerous conditions at an airport. Over the years, numerous incidents involving overwhelming crowds, pushing, falling fans, and near injuries have been reported. What makes this situation different is the perceived intent behind the individual's actions. While airports are often chaotic due to enthusiastic fans, this incident crossed a psychological line, from chaos to potential threat. This didn't feel like excitement, one eyewitness said. It felt aggressive. It felt wrong. Emotional impact on Jimin. Fans are particularly worried about Jimin's emotional well-being. Known for his sensitivity, kindness, and deep connection with ARMY, Jimin has often spoken about the pressure of fame and the importance of feeling safe. Mental health professionals note that near-attack situations can have lasting psychological effects, even if no physical harm occurs. Experiences like this can cause anxiety, hypervigilance, and emotional exhaustion, explained one psychologist familiar with celebrity trauma. The fear doesn't disappear just because the danger passed. Support messages poured in from around the world, with fans urging Jimin to rest, take time for himself, and prioritize his safety over public appearances. Fans demand change. As shock turned into anger, fans began demanding concrete changes. Many called for stricter airport security protocols, private entrances for artists, legal consequences for individuals who violate safety boundaries, reduce public disclosure of flight schedules. This should never happen again. One viral post read, "Our idols are not public property." Petitions began circulating within hours, urging authorities and entertainment companies to implement stronger protective measures, not just for Jimin, but for all artists. Industry-wide wake-up call. The incident has sparked a broader discussion across the entertainment industry. As K-pop continues its global expansion, the systems designed to protect artists are struggling to keep up. Veteran managers and insiders argue that relying on traditional crowd control methods is no longer enough. "We are entering a new era," one insider said. "The fame is global, instantaneous, and emotionally charged. Security strategies must evolve accordingly." A moment that changed everything. For fans who witnessed the incident firsthand, the memory will not fade easily. What should have been a joyful moment became a reminder of how fragile safety can be, even in the presence of guards, cameras, and crowds. Many described feeling guilt for attending airport gatherings at all. "I love him," one fan wrote. "But after today, I realize love should never put someone in danger." The global reaction. International celebrities, fan communities, and media outlets quickly reacted. Messages of concern and solidarity came from all corners of the world. While some criticized invasive fan culture, others emphasized that the blame lies solely with those who cross boundaries, not with fans who show respectful support. The phrase "almost attacked" has echoed through headlines, sparking fear, but also awakening a global audience to the risks idols face beyond the stage. Where do we go from here? As investigations reportedly continue and security reviews are conducted, one thing is clear. This incident will not be forgotten. For Jimin, the airport, once just another stop in a demanding schedule, has become a symbol of vulnerability. For fans, it is a moment of reckoning. And for the industry, it is a warning written in panic and fear, a message of hope. Despite the terror of the moment, fans are clinging to one fact above all else: Jimin is safe. Messages of love continue to flood timelines. Please stay safe, Jimin. Your safety matters more than anything. We will protect you by respecting boundaries. In the aftermath of fear, unity has emerged. Fans united not by screams or cameras, but by a shared promise that love should never endanger the one it's meant to protect. The hours after the incident, in the hours following the shocking airport incident, the atmosphere surrounding Jimin's situation grew increasingly tense. While fans across the world desperately refreshed social media for updates, those inside the airport described a scene that remained locked down long after Jimin had been escorted away. Security personnel sealed off sections of the terminal. Flights were delayed. Travelers who had nothing to do with K-pop suddenly found themselves witnesses to a global headline in the making. Some passengers reported seeing police officers questioning multiple individuals, reviewing CCTV footage, and collecting phones from witnesses who had recorded the chaos. The individual who allegedly rushed toward Jimin was reportedly restrained and removed from the area. While official confirmation of their identity was not immediately released, airport authorities treated the situation with extreme seriousness, signaling that this was not being dismissed as a minor disturbance. Inside the security operation, sources close to the airport revealed that the security team surrounding Jimin acted under emergency protocol. This included immediate physical shielding of the artist, forced rerouting through restricted corridors, temporary lockdown of public access points, coordination with airport police and private security, One security insider stated that the reaction time was measured in seconds. If there had been even a brief delay, the source said, the outcome could have been very different. This statement alone intensified fans' fear and gratitude. Jimin's condition, physically safe, emotionally shaken. Although reports confirmed that Jimin was not physically injured, multiple insiders emphasized that he was deeply shaken by the incident. Known for his gentle demeanor and emotional openness, Jimin reportedly remained quiet during the immediate aftermath. A staff member described him as pale, silent, and visibly processing what had just happened. This detail spread rapidly online, prompting an outpouring of emotional messages from fans who felt helpless watching the situation unfold from afar. "He always smiles for us," one fan wrote. "But today he looked scared. That breaks my heart." Fans' emotional breakdown goes viral. Shortly after the incident, videos surfaced showing fans crying uncontrollably, some sitting on the airport floor in shock. One particularly viral clip captured a fan repeating, "He could have been hurt," while shaking and crying as friends try to calm her. These moments spark a heated debate online. Some argued that airport fan gatherings themselves create unsafe environments. Others strongly push back, saying that respectful fans should not be blamed for the actions of one dangerous individual. The divide exposed a long-standing tension within fan culture between devotion and boundaries. Global hashtags explode. Within hours, the incident dominated global trends. Hashtag protect Jimin. Hashtag Jimin safety first. Hashtag this has gone too far. Hashtag artists are human. Hashtag airport isn't a fan meeting. Millions of posts flooded platforms in Korean, English, Spanish, Indonesian, Arabic, and more, proving once again Jimin's global influence, but also the global concern for his well-being. Pressure mounts on the agency. As the situation escalated online, attention turned sharply toward Jimin's agency. Fans demanded transparency, accountability, and immediate changes to travel protocols. Statements like these spread rapidly. Why are flight details still public? Why isn't private transport being used? Why does this keep happening? Industry analysts noted that while agencies often rely on local airport security, the level of famed BTS members hold may now require unprecedented measures. "This isn't 2015 anymore," one analyst wrote. "These artists are global assets. Their protection must reflect that." Legal consequences loom. Legal experts weighed in, suggesting that the individual involved could face serious consequences depending on the investigation's findings. Potential charges discussed online included attempted assault, disorderly conduct, breach of security protocols. Even without physical harm, intent and reckless endangerment are being taken seriously under airport security laws in many countries. Fans expressed hope that this incident would finally set a legal precedent to deter similar behavior in the future. Jimin's silence speaks volumes. Perhaps the most painful detail for fans was Jimin's silence. Normally active in communicating with fans through messages or brief reassurances, Jimin remained quiet. While some fans urged patience and respect for his mental health, others admitted the silence made them more anxious. "He always tells us not to worry." One post read, "The fact that he hasn't said anything yet tells me how serious this was." Mental health advocates stepped in, urging fans to avoid pressuring him to speak before he is ready. The dark side of fame revisited. This incident reignited conversations about the darker side of idol culture, obsession, entitlement, and the dangerous blurring of boundaries. Experts emphasize that extreme parasocial behavior can escalate rapidly when left unchecked. When fans stop seeing idols as humans and start seeing them as possessions, one cultural critic said, incidents like this become inevitable. Many fans echoed this sentiment, calling for self-reflection within fandom communities themselves. Industry reaction, quiet but concerned. While few celebrities spoke publicly, insiders revealed that many artists and managers were deeply disturbed by what happened. Privately, conversations reportedly began about changing travel schedules, reducing public exposure, and coordinating more closely with authorities. Several unnamed idols were said to have contacted Jimin's team directly to check on him. A quiet show of solidarity behind the scenes. A turning point for airport culture. Long criticized as unsafe and invasive, airport culture may finally be approaching a breaking point. fans, agencies, and even airports themselves are now facing uncomfortable questions. Should idols ever walk through public terminals? Is fan access worth the risk? Who is responsible when excitement turns dangerous? This incident has forced these questions into the spotlight. Fans make a promise. In response, a new wave of fan-led movements emerged, fans pledging not to attend airport arrivals or departures, choosing instead to support idols through official channels. "We love you," one widely shared message read, "and because we love you, we will step back." Whether this promise will hold remains to be seen, but the intention reflects a growing awareness. The world waits. As investigations continue and official updates remain limited, the world waits, not for scandal, but for reassurance. Reassurance that Jimin is safe. Reassurance that lessons have been learned. Reassurance that this will not happen again. Closing reflection. What happened at the airport was more than a frightening moment. It was a warning. A warning about the cost of unchecked obsession. A warning about the limits of security in public spaces. And a warning that even the brightest stars are vulnerable. For now, fans hold their breath, united by fear, love, and hope. Hoping that Jimin can heal from this moment, and that the industry will finally change before tragedy strikes.